यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Sri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 4 of 16th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Dambho Darpotimanascha क्रोधः पारुष्यमेव च अज्ञानं चाभिजातस्य पार्थ सम्पदमासुरीम्. Bhagavan have completed Sadgunas in 3 verses. Now, from these words, Bhagavan is going to introduce what is Asura Sampat. Asura Sampat means all bad qualities which are not going to help to even spiritual growth or the materialistic growth. This world, where we are born, this world is known as Dharma Bhumi or Karma Bhumi. Now I would like to throw some lights on this concept of 16th and 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. This Bhumi where we have emerged, we have been manifested, is called Dharma Bhumi or Karma Bhumi. Shastra introduces there are many more worlds. There are 6 more worlds towards up, 7 worlds towards down. Bhavaha, Swaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam, towards up. Those worlds will take place after the death. This is the conclusion of Vedas. Whether we believe or not, that is fact. But we are not aware through which flight we are going to be taken to those worlds. But to survive in this world, this is called a flight. It's a flight in which we are having a journey called Jiva Yatra. In this journey, we should know there are subtle routes, subtle routes. Every action, it's a route. We call it NH4, NH40, NH. What does it mean? NH means National Highways, isn't it? Like these are all highways. When you select not knowing the nature of the route, because the route will make you definitely reach to its own destination. That destination is not visible now. Any route, any habit you undergo or any habits you own. For example, getting up early in the morning. It's a habit. It's a good route, I tell you. Getting up early in the morning. What happens to me? I won't be able to sleep up to 7:30 or 8 o'clock. If I sleep up to 8 o'clock, it will be good to my body, isn't it? Yes, of course, sleep is very much needed for us. But the sleep has to be selected. Means the duration, the time and the way we sleep, it has to be selected by us because it is going to be a habit. Nowadays, people have become night people because of the electricity. Electricity is a boon, but we are using in wrong way. We have to go to bed before 11 o'clock. From 11 o'clock, we have to have a powerful, sound sleep it will bring harmony to our physical, psychological system. Your mind will be fresh enough if you wake up by 5:30 every day in the morning. After waking up at 5:30, you should be engaged with some activities which are prescribed by Vedas. Then your life will be constructed with the golden steps. Or after getting up early in the morning, 5:30, doing some activities which are prohibited through Shastra, then again you are going to collapse your system. So like every action, every what I say, that you make every work as a routine, it will be constructing your life unknowingly. Therefore, we have to be very careful with our activities through body, through words, through mind, selecting the thoughts. I have started this topic because it's very much important here. This Bhumi, the earth, the planet earth won't support to Asura Sampat. Never, never, never. If you want to have a successful life, definitely we have to be endowed with Daivika Sampat or Daivi Sampat. The Sampat which are introduced here and the Sampat which were introduced in the 13th chapter. Aman Etvam Adambhetvam Ahimsa Kranti Rajavam Acharyopashanam Shaucham Sthairyamatma Nigraha. All those qualities have been given again in the 16th chapter as a jnana phalam, as the fruit of knowledge, in order to let us know, let us understand. So these qualities which are the qualifications to be on the planet earth. If you want to survive successfully, we have to adapt it. Now what is dharma? Dharma is a law. The law which functions the universe. It never supports the qualities which are going to be described from this verse. The qualities, whether you like or not, you just adapt the qualities. That qualities will fructify good things in our sharira, in our mind. Now dharma means it's a law which runs the show. Now what kind of law it is? There are the descriptions about this dharma. What is dharma? Yagadireva dharmaha, we get from Gemini Sutras. All the activities, means actions, rituals which are introduced by Vedas are called dharma. Yagadireva dharmaha. That one word is to be inquired, done research, a lot. Yagadi karma is not prescribed by any single man. It is given by Upanishad. It is given by Vedas. Whether it is Karma Kanda or Jnana Kanda doesn't matter. All rituals which are prescribed by Vedas, you can follow. You need not to think whether it is good or bad. But you should be aware. You should be aware how to perform the rituals. You should be aware why to perform the rituals. And you should know the time, how to perform, when to perform, and with what kind of equipments can be performed that rituals. The rituals, any rituals from Vedas, it depends on you, what you need. You need to have a guide called Guru. Yagadireva dharmaha. And one more definition is also available called, dharati iti dharmaha, dharyate anena iti dharmaha. That which sustains the planet Earth, the universe, the creation is called dharma. Okay? And that which is sustained, that is also dharma. It looks very simple, That which protects every creature in this world is dharma. The creatures which are protected, they are also dharma. It means what? Our body, mind and sense complex, all of them have been manufactured according to this law alone. What I mean to say, Our body, mind and sense complex won't help for criminal activities. Our mind won't support. The same mind which becomes restless, but that is because of our karma phala. It won't support for evil activities. We have to be very careful with our own system. Our system won't support for dharma. We will be punished. The system other than our body, mind, sense complex also won't support. 5 elemental source won't support because they are functioning according to the law of dharma. Therefore, whatever sustains, it's called dharma. Whatever is being sustained, it's called dharma. This ahankara, the ego should understand it. The ego violates dharma. When there is a violation of dharma, there Bhagavan will produce punishment. That's what we learnt. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. I should have food according to my digestion level. Otherwise, I am violating dharma. I should give proper food, proper sleep, proper work, proper knowledge. The knowledge about dharma, knowledge about adharma. The knowledge about supreme will help me to become befit to dharma. That is what is being taught here. The first 3 verses, it talks about Daiva Sampat. It seems to be simple. They are very difficult, In order to adapt them, we have to have the knowledge from Shastra. Now here, the first description comes Dhambaha for Asura Sampat. Dambhaha means pretension, the mind which wants to show to the people that I am so and so, I have this much wealth. It's a very subtle activity through our ahankara. Ahankara, which becomes proud by having wealth or health, or sometimes people become proud due to their health. They'll become proud, I am a healthy person in this planet Earth. I am a wealthy person. I am talented. I am brilliant. I am intelligent. So all these things, in order to show Dambhaha, the mind which is endowed with the Dambhaha, with the pretending attitude, it won't become befit for dharma. It cannot. If at all that person organizes for many dharma karya, it will be failure. He won't get punya. He may construct the temple. The temple also will flourish. And people who go to the temple will get punya and they will be elevated. But this person cannot elevate himself by doing even dharma karya because the attitude is wrong. Dambhaha. In order to show his glory to the world, he does dharma. Means he becomes nalayak, unfit for dharma. Dambhaha is the first quality to become a demon. The next is what? Darpaha, arrogance. Arrogance means what? Not being obedience to Shastra. Arrogance. I know everything. I only know everything. If you got a person in your family, my God, whole family will suffer. If we have a person as a leader in the nation, that's all. Khatam ho gaya. Darpaha means arrogance. Arrogance means they are not ready to leave their ego, whether it is wrong or right. This quality we can find from Ravana. Even Vibhishana said many times, about Rama. Don't think Rama is a human being. He is a celestial being. He is an incarnation. But he was not ready to. The first day fight with Rama, it collapsed. Ravana lost. Then Rama asked him to come the next day. So Ravana could understand the glory of the Rama. But he was not ready to leave because of arrogance. Like people should not be endowed with arrogance. Okay. Atimanaha. Atimana means overconfident, vanity. Overconfident. This is idiot. This nature is, I tell you, very idiot. Idiocracy, we call it. vanity. That should not be. That is also considered as a asura sampat. Krodaha means anger. Like angry person, always angry persons. You can find many people in Shastra who wants to thrash, always demolish the world. Okay. Parushyam means rudeness and harshness, not able to speak politely, always shouting at people, always wants to kill the people, always wants to prove that I am very powerful, everybody should obey to me. Katorata. Ajnanam, this is a main quality. All these wrongdoings are because of what? Ajnanam, not knowing the realities, not knowing the reality of the self, not knowing the detail or reality of the world, universe. Universe only will support to dharma. When there is no dharma, definitely Ishvara will punish them. That Ishvara Anugraha is required to understand it. Therefore, in our Puranas, varieties of asuras, Rakshasas were introduced. All Rakshasas and asuras, they had a strong ajnana. I use, strong ajnana. There is no strong and weakened ajnana, but ajnana itself strong. But their ajnana will bring, our ajnana won't bring in that way. But there are some people, they think themselves they are God. Like Hiranyakashipu, who thought, who proclaimed, I am the God. And Narkashura, who was ready to fight with gods. That's what is called ajnana, not giving importance to the Ishvara. Now also people, they are not accepting there is Ishvara. Nirishvara vadinaha. These are the quality of asuras. That's all, only one shloka. Bhagavan says the description of asura sampat in one shloka. No, he is going to elaborate again. But after giving this asura sampat, he wants to mention what is the benefit of this asura sampat and what is the benefit of the daiva sampat. That's what comes in next words. Let us read. Daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhaya surimata mashucha sampadam daivim abhijatosi pandava. Daivi sampad vimokshaya. All the good qualities which are known as godly qualities will bring moksha. It will take you to the ultimate goal. Then what about asura sampat? It will give bondage. It will give bondage means what? There are ranges of bondage. It will bind you with asura birth, Rakshasa birth, the birth of demon. Ma shuchaha sampadam devim abhijatosi pandava. Ma shuchaha, don't worry Arjuna, you are born with daiva sampat. That's what the conclusion. When you are born, from that point alone, one can say the baby, is it with asura sampat or daiva sampat? If it seems to be asura sampat means then the parents should work to convert that asura sampat to daiva sampat. How can we find whether the baby is endowed with asura sampat or daiva sampat? You just give a sweet to a kid to distribute with others. Then you can realize whether it is endowed with daiva sampat or asura sampat. Then we have to work for that. But Arjuna is born with daiva sampat confirmed by Lord Krishna himself. Then Krishna continues, oh my dear Arjuna, this world is consisting both. Because world means there are two kinds of people. Dvau bhuta sargau lokesmin daiva asura evacha daivo vistarashah proktaha asuram partha me shrunu. Bhagavan has begun, he says, in the srishti, in the creation, there are two kinds of creatures, daiva and asuras. That's all. Only two divisions have been given here. the divisions of Daiva Sampat, divisions of Asura Sampat. Therefore, I always say there are celestial beings and demons. Only two categories. It is said the creatures which live on the planet Earth. Why Bhagavan says here, Vistarasaha Daivo Proktaha. I have given elaborate description of this Daiva Sampat. But here only we can find 3 verses. Why Bhagavan says so? Because Bhagavan has given 20 values, means Vedantic friendly, spiritual friendly virtues in 13th chapter. Therefore, Bhagavan says, I have given elaborate description about Daiva Sampat. Now, I am going to describe about Asura Sampat elaborately. Just listen to me. Then the next verse begins, it's a finest explanation about Asura Sampat. Just listen to it. Pravrittincha nivrittincha janana vidur asuraha na saucham na pichacharaha na satyam teshu vidyate. Janaha, Asura Janaha na viduhu. Asura Janaha means the demons won't understand about 2 kinds of activities which are performed by human being. What are they? Pravritti and Nivritti. You know that? Our life is nothing but Pravritti and Nivritti. Pravritti means what? To begin something, to start with something, to enter into something, to begin something to get something, to start something to get something, to enter into something to get something. I mean, if we wish anything, we make effort. Like, when baby likes ice cream, then it makes effort. That's what pravritti. In order to fulfill any desire, we adapt pravritti. In order to escape from the object which we don't like, that effort is known as nivritti. Pravritti, nivritti. Going forward and getting back. This is what called life. And why we get into pravritti, why we get into nivritti is not understood by asuras. Because they are brainless people. Brainless means what? Avivekinaha. That's what the meaning in the last verses, Ajnanam. Aviveki. They are lacking viveka. Lacking viveka means what? The discriminating capacity is not there with them, because what? They don't value Shastra. When you value Shastra, then alone you will come to know what is called Viveka. Nitya Nityastu Vivekaha. The knowledge of the worldly thing, the knowledge of eternal things and knowledge of non-eternal things, knowledge of Dharma and knowledge of Adharma, these are all called, Viveka Shakti. The Pravritti Nivritti is the life, but the Pravritti has to be for eternal. The Pravritti only should be for Dharma, not for Adharma. That things are not known by these asuras. And they are not mentally clean also. They are endowed with wrong emotions, They enjoy. They are being endowed with wrong emotions for such a long time, for years, for janmas. And na api acharaha. They don't know what is orthodoxy is. They hate to become orthodox person. Na satyam teshu vidyate, and there is no satyam also. They don't know the value of following satyam, the truth. They don't know the meaning of the truth. Then the next words. Asatyam apratishthante jagatahuran ishwaram aparaspara sambhotam kimanyat kama haitukam. They say the world doesn't have Ishvara. There is no Ishvara in the world. They cannot accept the concept of Ishvara. There itself it's confirmed, the life of demon. He is going to continue as a demon. The mind and buddhi which is not able to accept the concept of Ishvara. Note the point, I say concept of Ishvara. When you are not able to understand, that doesn't matter. But when you are not able to accept, that does the matter. Whenever people come to me asking for some pariharas, because I predict horoscope, but not for money, okay, as a seva. So I suggest for some karmas from Vedas. There are Brahmanas, they can suggest, or I will ask them to go to the temples. So when I said to one family, they said, we don't have a believe in God, please give some other parihara. Then I said, there is no parihara which can be performed without believe in God. And I said, don't worry, do one thing. You just perform or organize to perform a havan, means yajna. You just for that 3 hours, because that yajnas are going to be 3 hours, I asked them, just believe, have faith only for that 3 hours. That is enough. Because you need to have faith during that action. When the action is performed, at that time we have to practice the faith. And after 3 hours, you need not to have faith. That's what I made the conditions. But they practiced it, then they got what they wanted to have. Now they have become non-atheist, believer of God. That's what the truth is. This Rakshasa Buddhi means Asura Buddhi, which doesn't accept God in this world. Okay, we will continue this session from tomorrow. Harihi Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.